Good morning. This is Don Blomdahl, Hall of Fame veteran sports cards and collectibles, coming to you live from Arlington, Washington. Yep, this is our Hall of Fame Friday's inductees back to the past video series. And welcome to our live feed of the 2015 inductees. Lucas, you are back again. Nice to see you, Lucas. Thanks for joining me again. Today we're going to be highlighting the 2015 inductees into the Hall of Fame. Our first one is going to be Biggio. Craig Biggio right here. Matter of fact, this is a rare occurrence. I don't usually have rookie cards for all my Hall of Famers, but this year I was getting my cards together and I said, oh, look at this. I got the rookie cards for all 4 Hall of Famers. We got Craig Biggio here. Actually, his year inducted was 2015. His primary team is the Houston Astros, and his primary position throughout his career was second baseman. But his actual rookie card when he started baseball, he was a catcher. He was a catcher. And that's kind of unique because the next 3 inductees this year was Randy Johnson, Pedro Martínez, and John Smoltz, and they are all 3 pitchers. So it's 3 pitchers and a rookie catcher that was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2015. So we have Randy Johnson, of course, our second inductee. His primary team was the Seattle Mariners. Go Mariners. Drew to the blue. Sorry, they ain't done too good lately here, though. And then, of course, our third inductee for 2015 was Pedro Martínez. And then our fourth inductee and Pedro Martínez was with the Boston Red Sox, was his primary team. And then John Smoltz with the Atlanta Braves, and his primary position was also a catcher. So we're going to get ready here. Just a sneak peek preview for tomorrow's break. I will, for box break Saturdays, I'm going to be opening up a hobby box. I'm going to be open. Hey, Lloyd. Nice to see you back in here again. All right. So tomorrow, I'm probably going to start about a half hour earlier, probably about 10 o'clock. I'll put the stream up for 10 o'clock. That means 9:55. I'll do the live stream preview and announce for next Tuesday's video. Next Tuesday or next week going to be kind of up in the air. Me and the wife might be going out of town on and off throughout the week. So we'll see how things go. But I will put my schedule up in case I'm able to do my streams next week. But for tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., 9:55 for the preview, we're going to be opening up this 2012 Cooperstown, Panini Cooperstown box. In this box, it contains 5 cards per pack and 25 packs per box. That gives us 120 cards. Won't get us the whole set. There's 150 in the commons in this set, and there are different inserts. We got some short print cards, famous moment signatures. So maybe we'll see if we can get some signatures out of this box tomorrow, or just something special when we bust this open tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, 9:55 for your preview of tomorrow's box opening. So this is just a sneak peek and preview of what we're going to be breaking tomorrow. So we've got about 1 minute here, and I'll be going over the bios for each of our inductees. So hopefully you can stick with me as long as you can, and then we'll just continue with these series. Of course, I started out the beginning of May with the 2019 inductees, 18, 17, 16 last week, and then this week is 2015. So next week will be 2014, working our way back in time through the inductees for all the Hall of Famers that are inducted into the Hall of Fame. That includes not only just players, but some of the executives and notable people that have been inducted into the Hall of Fame for various other reasons. All right, so it looks like it is 10:30 here, so I'm going to get started here. So what I'll do is I'm going to do John Smoltz here first. John Smoltz. Not John Smoltz. He'll be last. Sorry. Craig Biggio. Craig Biggio. Get things straight here, Blomdahl. Get on the right track. So Craig Allen Biggio was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2015. His primary team is the Houston Astros. And throughout his career, he was mainly a second baseman. But if you'll notice his rookie card here shows him as a catcher. Just quick highlights on the back of his rookie card here. It has when he was 1987, he was with Asheville. 1988, he was with Houston. And then, of course, in 1988, he came up with the Houston Astros when he started out his career. And that was his main team throughout his career. All right, he was born December 14th, 1965 in Smithstown, New York. Craig Biggio starred at Kings Park High School on Long Island in football and seemed destined to become one of the top recruited running backs in the nation. But his grades did not measure up to his achievements on the gridiron. Truly what I wanted to do was football, Biggio told the Houston Chronicle. When it was taken away from me, being able to go to a big-time school, I just said, get your act together. Biggio settled on a partial baseball scholarship to Seton Hall University and quickly established himself as a pro prospect in 1987. He was taken in the first round, 22nd overall pick by the Houston Astros in the MLB draft. After just 141 minor league games, over parts of 2 seasons, during which he compiled a .344 batting average, Biggio was called up to the Astros in June of 1988. He played in 50 games that summer and took over as Houston's regular catcher in 1989, hitting 13 homers and adding 60 RBIs while winning the National League Silver Slugger Award for catchers. By 1991, Biggio was a .295 hitter who had made his first All-Star team, and quickly there was talk about moving him from behind the plate in order to lengthen his career. In 1992, he became Houston's second baseman, appearing in all 162 games and making his second All-Star team. Moving from catcher to second, I can't explain to you how hard that was, Biggio said in 2003. That's like giving you a bat and telling you to go get a hit off Randy Johnson. Not just a stand in there, but get a hit off of him. Now that it's over, I can tell you that it was pretty hard. Biggio, however, made it look incredibly easy. From 1993 to 1999, Biggio grew into more power at the plate without sacrificing his speed. He averaged better than 17 homers and 33 steals a year, while averaging more than 116 runs scored per season as Houston's leadoff hitter. He also continued to dump doubles at a record pace en route to 668 for his career, good for 5th on the all-time list. Then in 2003, Biggio again changed positions, this time heading to center field when Jeff Kent came to Houston as a free agent. Biggio spent 2 years in the outfield before moving back to second base for the final 3 years of his career. Anytime you make a change, it's a big deal, Biggio said. You start off as a catcher, then you go to second base, and then you go out to center field. Those are 3 pretty important positions in baseball, but I am proud of that. Biggio joined the 3,000 hit club in 2007. His last year in the big leagues, in all, he spent 20 seasons with the Astros, hitting .281 and with 1,844 runs scored, 15th all-time, 291 home runs, and 414 stolen bases. He was hit by a pitch 285 times in his career, second most all-time, won 5 Silver Slugger Awards and 1 at catcher and 4 at second base, and 4 Gold Glove Awards at second base in 1994 through 1997. He never played on a World Series winner, appearing in one with the Astros in 2005, but Biggio walked away from the game with no regrets. He is the only player in baseball history with at least 3,000 hits, 600 doubles, 400 stolen bases, and 250 home runs. Being a parent and a dad is the most important thing I'll ever do, said Biggio, who retired to spend more time with his sons, Connor and Caven, and his daughter Quinn. So Craig Allen Biggio with the Houston Astros in his 20-year career was our first inductee for this Friday's Hall of Fame inductee video series. Next in line we have Randy Johnson. So Randall David Johnson, Hall of Famer inductee in 2015. His primary team was the Seattle Mariners through his career, but he did play for other teams. You can see in his rookie card here, he started out with the Montreal Expos. In his rookie year. And he was a pitcher. Born September 10th, 1963 in Walnut Creek, California, a San Francisco suburb, Randy Johnson was an elite athlete who used his height to his advantage in both baseball and basketball. He turned down the Atlanta Braves after they drafted him in the 4th round in 1982, opting for a combination baseball-basketball scholarship at the University of Southern California. Johnson began concentrating solely on baseball following his sophomore year and was drafted by the Expos in the 2nd round in 1985. This time, Johnson turned pro. I just enjoy baseball a lot more than basketball, Johnson said as a minor leaguer in the Expos system. The control problems that plagued Johnson as a collegian also surfaced in the minor leagues, but Johnson displayed his 97-mile-an-hour fastball as well, earmarking him as a big league prospect. By 1988, the Expos had brought Johnson to the big leagues, making the 6'10" Johnson the tallest player in big league history. But midway through his 1989 season, Montreal dealt Johnson to the Seattle Mariners in a trade that brought star lefty Mark Langston to the Expos. For the next 3.5 years, Johnson struggled to find his control, showing spurts of dominance, including his June 2nd, 1990 no-hitter against the Detroit Tigers, while leading the American League in walks 3 times. In August of 1992, Johnson sought out the Rangers' Nolan Ryan, who was nearing the end of his Hall of Fame career. Ryan suggested that Johnson make a few adjustments to his delivery. On September 27th, Johnson faced Ryan in a game in Arlington Stadium. Johnson threw 160 pitches in 8 innings, striking out 18 Rangers in a game Texas won 3-2. From virtually that point on, Johnson was a different pitcher. I told Randy he could be the most dominating pitcher in baseball if he would just work on his game, Ryan said it back in 1992. He was a lot like me when I was younger. He was just pitching and not doing a lot of thinking. In 1993, Johnson went 19-8, led the American League with 308 strikeouts, and finished 2nd in the league's Cy Young Award voting. After a 13-6 record in the strike-shortened 94 season, when he again led the American League in strikeouts with 204, Johnson went 18-2 in 1995, while striking out 294 batters, leading the league with a 2.48 earned run average and winning the Cy Young Award. Johnson missed most of the 1996 season after undergoing back surgery, but rebounded in 1997 to go 20-4 with 291 strikeouts. But with his contract up following the 1998 season, Johnson was traded midway through in 1998 back to the Houston Astros. where he went 10-1 with a 1.28 ERA in 11 starts, leading Houston to a playoff berth. As a free agent, following the playoffs, Johnson was one of the most sought-after players in the game. But at 35 years old, some thought Johnson's best days were behind him. Instead, they were just beginning. Johnson signed a 4-year deal with the Diamondbacks, and a second-year club instantly gained credibility, not to mention a legitimate ace. From 1999 to 2002, Johnson captured 4 straight National League Cy Young Awards, 3 ERA titles, and struck out at least 334 batters each season. The ultimate triumph came in 2001 when Johnson was 21-6 in regular season, then posted a 3-0 record in the World Series, sharing the most valuable player honors with Curt Schilling, leading Arizona to a 7-game win over the New York Yankees. Johnson remained with the Diamondbacks through the 2004 season before Arizona traded the 41-year-old fireballer to the New York Yankees. Johnson won 34 games in 2 seasons with New York before heading back to the Diamonds for more seasons. He finished his career in 2009 with the Giants, where he won his 300th career game. Hey there, Chad. Nice to see you hopped in here. All right. After he signed with Arizona prior to the 1999 season, Johnson posted more than half, 160 of his 303 career victories. In 22 seasons, Johnson led his league in strikeouts 9 times, earned 4 ERA titles, and recorded 100 complete games to go along with 37 shutouts. He was named to 10 All-Star games, and only 4 left-handed pitchers, Warren Spahn, Steve Carlton, Eddie Plank, and Tom Glavine, have ever won more games. His 4,875 strikeouts ranked number 2 all-time behind Paul Ryan's 4,714, and his 10.61 strikeouts per 9 innings ranked first of all time. Johnson owns 6 of his 33 300 strikeout seasons in the history of the game. 5 of the top 11 single-season strikeout seasons belong to the pitcher known as the Big Unit. Randall David Johnson, our second inductee for the 2015 year. So next, thirdly, we have on our list is Pedro Martínez. Pedro Martínez. So Pedro Martínez was inducted in 2015 with the Boston Red Sox and was a pitcher. But he did not, his primary team was, of course, the longest he spent his time with was the Boston Red Sox. But his rookie card here shows he started out in 1993 with the Los Angeles Dodgers. He was a pitcher with the Dodgers. There it shows the back of his rookie card. So Pedro Martínez is our third inductee for 2015. Pedro Martínez. His full name is Pedro Jamie Martínez, with the Boston Red Sox and primary position pitcher. Pedro Martínez, born in, I'm going to probably chop this up here, Managayabo, Dominican Republic, on October 25th, 1971. Grew up with 5 brothers and sisters in a 1-bedroom home on the outskirts of Santo Domingo. His talent and that of his brother Ramon Martínez soon attracted pro scouts. Talent is God-given, Martínez said. I have my own style, and there have been many, many teachers. Ramon signed with the Dodgers on September 1st, 1984. Pedro followed Ramon to Los Angeles, signing with the Dodgers on June 8, 1988. By 1990, Ramon was a 20-game winner in the big leagues, and Pedro was one of the Dodgers' top prospects. despite his 5'10" frame that carried less than 150 pounds in those days. "I know who I am and where I came from," Martinez said in 2011, "and I will never forget." In 1993, Pedro got regular work in the Dodgers bullpen, posting a 10-5 record in 65 games while striking out 119 batters in 107 innings. But following the season, the Dodgers traded Martinez to the Expos for second baseman Delino DeShields. After harnessing his explosive fastball over the next 2 seasons, which included a June 3, 1995 game where he retired the first 27 Padre batters he faced before allowing a hit in the bottom of the 10th inning. Martinez was named to his first All-Star game in 1996 and then exploded on the national scene the following year. In 1997, Martinez went 17-8 with a National League best 1.90 earned run average and 13 complete games, striking out 305 batters en route to his first Cy Young Award. His combination of a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, devastating changeup, and pinpoint control made Martinez nearly unhittable. "Every fastball hurts badly," Martinez told the New York Post in 2005. "Imagine throwing a ball at 90 miles an hour over and over again. People don't know that every time you pitch a ball, you break blood vessels, which is why we get our arms iced so that the circulation can continue." But the Expos, knowing Martinez could become a free agent after the 1998 season, traded their ace to the Red Sox just days after he won the Cy Young. The Sox immediately locked up Martinez for the next 7 seasons, setting in motion a virtually unprecedented string of success for the team and the pitcher. Martinez went 19-7 in his 1998 and finished second in the American League Cy Young Award voting, then posted a season for the ages in 1999, going 23-4 with a league best 2.07 ERA and 313 strikeouts. Winning the pitching Triple Crown, he became just the 8th pitcher to post 2 300 strikeout seasons, set a new mark since broken by Randy Johnson with 13.2 strikeouts per 9 innings, and finished second in the American League most popular MVP voting. By some standards, 2000 was even better. Martinez went 18-6 that year with an ERA of 1.74 and 284 strikeouts. He allowed just 128 hits in his 217 innings pitched, en route to a whip, walks plus hits divided by innings pitched of 0.737, by far the best single season mark in big league history. He accomplished all this in one of the most prolific offensive ERAs in baseball history, pitching on a home field, Fenway Park, that ranks as one of the most hitter-friendly in game's history. Martinez capped 2000 by winning his 3rd Cy Young Award in 4 years. He battled shoulder problems in 2001, but rebounded in 2002 with a 20-4 record, again leading the American League in ERA 2.26 and strikeouts 239. He finished second in the Cy Young Award voting, becoming the first pitcher to lead his league in ERA and whip 0.923 strikeouts and winning percentage of .833, and not win the Cy Young Award. After leading the league again in whip, ERA, and winning percentage in 2003 en route to a 14-4 mark, Martinez began showing wear and tear in 2004, posting a 3.9 ERA while going 16-9, but Martinez still finished 4th in the Cy Young Award voting and helped the Red Sox end 86 years of frustration when they captured the World Series title for the first time since 1918. Martinez's 7 shutout innings in Game 3 on the road in St. Louis gave the Sox a commanding 3-0 lead and effectively wrapped up the title. Martinez signed a free agent contract with the Mets following the World Series, going 15-8 with a 2.82 ERA in 2004, while giving his new team, which lost 91 games in 2004, instant credibility. The following year, Martinez battled a nagging toe injury and was eventually shelved with a shoulder injury while going 9-8, but was instrumental in a Mets season that featured an appearance in the National League Championship Series. After 2 more injury-filled seasons, including the 2007 campaign that featured his 3,000th strikeout, Martinez sat on the first part of the 2009 season before signing with the Phillies to help their postseason push. He went 5-1 in 9 regular season starts, becoming the 10th pitcher to win at least 100 games in both leagues. Then, through 7 shutout innings against his old Dodgers club in the NLCS before losing both his starts in the World Series again to the New York Yankees. He explored pitching again in 2010 and 2011, but never returned to the majors and announced his retirement on December 4th, 2011. "Don't ask me to be a pitcher in my next life," Martinez told the New York Times in 2006. "It's just much too painful." The 8-time All-Star finished his career with a record of 219 and 100, good for winning percentage of .687. That is 6th all-time and trails only Whitey Ford's 6.90 among modern era pitchers with at least 150 victories. He won 5 ERA titles en route to a career mark of 2.93, captured 6 whip titles. His career whip of 1.054 ranks 5th all-time and is the best of any modern era starter, and averaged 10.04 strikeouts per 9 innings, 3rd all-time behind Randy Johnson and Kerry Wood. His 3,154 strikeouts ranks 13th all-time, and his strikeout to walk ratio of 4.15 to 1 ranks 3rd all-time. Pedro Jamie Martinez was our 3rd inductee for 2015. So now we have our 4th and final inductee. Move him up in the spotlight here, which is John Smoltz. John Smoltz, you're inducted, of course, 2015. Primary team was the Atlanta Braves pitcher. And here is his rookie card when he started with the Atlanta Braves. Again, his rookie card starting with the Atlanta Braves. It looks like in his minor league career, he started with, in 86, he was with Lakeland. 87, he was with FIS. In 1988, he was with Richmond. And then when he started in 88 with the Braves organization. That's the back of his rookie card here. In case you're looking for that, it was a Fleer product here. He is our 4th inductee for the 2015 video series I'm doing. So John Smoltz. His full name, John Andrew Smoltz. Atlanta Braves pitcher, dealt to the Braves when he was only a minor league prospect. John Smoltz soon established himself as a workhorse right-handed hurler for a young team on the verge of turning the corner. Unfortunately, in the midst of his prolonged success, a troublesome elbow forced the starter to become a closer for a few years. Smoltz would emerge from this uncharted path to become the only player in big league history with at least 200 career wins and at least 150 saves. My legacy will be, however, someone wants to view someone wants to view it, Smoltz said, as his playing career was coming to an end. Certainly I'm proud of it. I don't even know if I have a word for it. I mean, I literally gave everything I had every time I went out there. In life, certainly not everything goes smoothly, but this has been the time of my life. Born May 15th, 1967, in Detroit, Michigan, John Andrew Smoltz grew up in a baseball family with a grandfather and his father having spent time working at Tiger Stadium. Smoltz was such a big Tigers fan growing up that after Detroit won the 1984 World Series, he and his father dug up a piece of Tiger Stadium sod and planted it in the family's backyard. Starring in both baseball and basketball at Waverly High School in Lansing, Michigan, Smoltz's initial plan was to attend Michigan State to play both sports. Instead, he signed with his hometown Tigers after being selected in the 22nd round of the 1985 amateur draft. After almost 2 seasons toiling in the Tigers' minor league farm system, the 20-year-old Smoltz was acquired by Atlanta Braves general manager Bobby Cox for veteran pitcher Doyle Alexander on August 12, 1987. At the time of the transaction, Smoltz was 14-10 with a 5.68 ERA, pitching for the AA Glen Falls Tigers of the Eastern League, while Alexander, 36, was a 16-year veteran with the 5-10 record and a 4.13 ERA and 16 starts for the Braves. I was very disappointed, Smoltz would recall years later. I thought, I'm going to the worst team in baseball. Then I switched my thoughts, realizing I can get to the big leagues quicker and help turn this franchise around, which has been a great story. In 1987, Alexander went 9-0 with a 1.53 ERA during his 7 weeks with a Detroit team that would qualify for the postseason, but the Tigers would lose in the ALCS to the Twins in 5 games. By the next year, and after only half season at AAA Richmond, Smoltz was pitching in the majors, finishing with a 2-7 win-loss record. Amazingly, only a season later, he was pitching in the All-Star game. Over his first 5 full seasons from 1989 to 1993, Smoltz averaged 14 wins, 34 starts, and 182 strikeouts with a 3.42 ERA. This stretch also included the Braves' remarkable 1991 campaign, a worst to first season, in which Atlanta lost an epic 7-game World Series title to the Minnesota Twins. The 1991 Fall Classic is arguably most remembered for Jack Morris's 10th inning masterpiece in Game 7, shutting out the Braves 1-0, where Smoltz tossed 7 1/3 scoreless innings while earning a no decision. Smoltz's pitching repertoire included a trio of exceptional pitches: an impressive fastball, a slider that veered away from the right-hand batters, and a splitter that darted under the wings of left-handed batters. Led by the big three of Smoltz's Greg Maddux and Tom Glavine, the postseason would become quite familiar for Atlanta. Smoltz would become the only Braves player to be part of the franchise's historic run of 14 consecutive division titles from 1991 to 2005, would appear in 41 postseason games, compiling a 15-4 record, a 2.67 ERA, and a record 199 strikeouts in 5 World Series, including the 1995 triumph over the Indians. Smoltz started 8 games, finishing with a 2-2 record and a 2.47 ERA. I just relished it, Smoltz Smoltz said. I could not wait for the big moment, the big game. Plagued by arm problems throughout his big league career, the first of a half dozen surgeries took place in September 1994 when the doctors removed a large bone spur and some chips from the back of his right elbow. 2 years later, Smoltz captured the 1996 League Cy Young Award and the strength of a 24-8 record, including 14 consecutive wins from April 9th to June 19th. 2.94 ERA and a league best 276 strikeouts. Smoltz capturing the award also ended Maddox's Cy Young streak at 4, giving the Braves 4 straight winners. With Glavin's win in 1991 and 1998, Braves pitchers won 6 Cy Young awards in 8 years. Everybody felt I needed this to be on par with Greg and Tommy, Smoltz said after winning the Cy Young. At least winning the award takes the pressure off that. I know down the road I'll be honored to have played with those guys. Despite having elbow surgery to remove bone chips prior to the season and 4-week disabled list stint with a inflamed elbow during the season, a resilient Smoltz finished 1998 with a 17-3 record. The following year, spending time on the DL twice with a strained elbow, he tried to compensate for the pain by dropping down his pitching motion from overhead to a 3/4 delivery to finish 11-8. The worst of Smoltz's injuries came in 2000 when he missed the entire season after tearing a medial collateral ligament in his right elbow in spring training and undergoing Tommy John surgery in March. A comeback in 2001 was derailed after 5 starts with time spent on the disabled list. But when he returned in July, he was converted into a relief pitcher as the best chance to maximize his health. After 159 wins with a stalwart starting pitcher for the Braves, the versatile Smoltz began anew as the team's closer, and the results were superb. Finishing out the 2001 season as the team's new firearm, he had 10 saves in 11 chances with a 1.59 ERA. It has been a mental adjustment. It has really been that bad of a physical adjustment, Smoltz said at the time. As a starter, you know when you're going to pitch. You prepare to pitch a certain day. As a closer, you wait to see if your team's going to put you in that position. That's probably been the hardest transition. In 2002, his first full season in the closer role, Smoltz set the National League record by converting 55 saves, tied by the Dodgers' Eric Gagne in 2003. Similar to his success as a starting pitcher, he would dominate his new role in the bullpen by saving 154 games and 168 opportunities in his 3.5 seasons as an elite closer. Injuries continued to be a concern during this period as well, as he suffered from right elbow tendonitis in 2003 and had right elbow surgery in October 2004 to clean up scar tissue. Preferring to be a starter, Smoltz was a workhorse after returning to the rotation in 2005, averaging 15 wins, 222 innings over the next 3 seasons, but 2 months after winning his 200th career game, in May 2007, he was back on the DL with a right shoulder tendonitis. After 5 starts in early 2008 season, one of which included him becoming the 16th big league pitcher to reach 3,000 career strikeouts, it was announced that Smoltz would need season-ending shoulder surgery. I love to compete, Smoltz said, but I can't compete against my body anymore. Signed as a free agent by the Red Sox in January 2009, struggling to a career-ending 3-8 campaign split between Boston and the Cardinals, an 8-time All-Star and the winner of the 1997 National League Silver Slugger Award as pitcher. Smoltz finished his 21-year big league career with 213 and 213 wins, 155 loss record, 154 saves, 3,084 strikeouts, and a 3.33 ERA. The winner of 14 or more games 10 times. He twice led the National League in wins in 96 and 2006. Innings pitched in 1996 and 1997, and strikeouts in 1992 and 1996. Also honored for his humanitarian efforts, Smoltz has been honored with the 2005 Lou Gehrig Memorial Award and the Roberto Clemente Award in 2005 and the 2007 Branch Rickey Award in 2007. So our fourth and final Hall of Fame inductee for 2015 is John Andrew Smoltz. So there you have it. Our 4 2015 inductees on display here with all 4 of their rookie cards. Again, I don't have the rookie cards for all the Hall of Famers, but it was kind of nice when I did get these put together here. Pan up just a little bit here and just have these ready. So there we go. I'm looking at, let's see, where's our video stand? 41 minutes here. Was a little bit longer than I wanted to. But again, just a highlight and a preview for tomorrow's Box Break Saturdays. I'm going to be breaking up this 2012 Hobby Box Cooperstown. It's a Panini product. And we're just going to see, I've got a couple of sets of each of these. 2012 and 2013 is another box, Cooperstown Hobby Box I'm going to break open and see what kind of insert cards we can get. See what kind of different ones we can get in this set. But this will be my break for tomorrow, just sneak peek preview to end our video here. But that is our Hall of Fame Friday 2015 inductees. I'll pan back here, go right down here, highlight those real quick. Thanks for those who joined in. It looks like they're still that toughed it out for the stream. Thanks for joining me. I did have earlier when I looked up, I did have a high of 4. So, and I'm freezing up here. It looks like I'm going to pan back up. But we had 4. I broke my record. I had 4 people on the live stream. All right. Slowly increasing. But again, I'm not expecting anything big. Just want to try and get to the 1,000 sub mark so I can do live streaming, do it from my phone, do it up in my upper room there. I'm out in my garage in my office. Actually, I realize I just left the door open there. You can see all the shoes in there. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been real. It's been great. Thank you for joining me, guys. For those that were with me or that are still here to the bitter end, I'm going to end this video, get my stream up and scheduled for tomorrow. So until then, we'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. I gotta adjust the time just a little bit. I've got a funeral to go to tomorrow afternoon, but just want to get this out, get this up, loaded, and get ready and prepare for tomorrow's box break. 2012 Cooperstown product hobby box. 5 cards per pack, 24 packs in the box. Until then, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, and have an awesome weekend.